Welcome to the Miami Boat Show 2026. Today we are at the Caymas booth taking a look at their all new 29-foot hybrid cat. Now this is one pretty boat. You guys have to hop aboard and take a look. What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin here. Very happy to be back here at the Caymas booth, revealing an all new boat here at the Miami Boat Show. This is their 29 Cat, which I believe we did a video of their 29 hybrid center console, which is over there in the back. Super nice boat there as well, but we're taking a look at their Cat version. Without further ado, let's start in the bow of the boat. Now, one thing you're getting with a Cat is a super wide beam, which you guys will see throughout the walkthrough here. But since this is a hybrid, meaning a cross between a offshore and an inshore boat, we're gonna have some more really cool features, like this big old casting platform up here. Take a look at the size of this platform. You can walk around, you can cast, you can sight fish, you can throw casting nets. It is a super nice casting platform up here on the 29-foot boat. We're gonna have our power pull move trolling motor up here in the bow. Awesome as well. Now let's get into some hatches. We're going to open up a hatch on the starboard side, which we're going to have an identical one on the port. This is going to be an unfinished box over here, but it's going to be perfect for some dry storage. Like I said, we have an identical hatch to this on the port side as well. Our middle hatch over here is going to be access to our through bow windlass. You can see we can store our rope and our anchor line in here. We have a little wash down there as well, and you can control the windlass from that switch right there. 10-foot beam, guys. That is what you're getting with a 29-foot boat. This is super roomy. I'm sitting up here in the U-shaped seating at the bow. Look how much room we have. So one thing I just noticed is you're actually getting a little extra seating on the starboard side here, and on the port side, it's going to be just plain. So I'm not sure if that's an option, but a nice feature here on this boat. Now underneath where I'm sitting, which by the way, you can easily fit 6 or 7 people along this seat. We can lift this up and you're gonna have access to your batteries. So you got 3 batteries on this boat and your NOCO battery charger. Now the upholstery on this boat is really top notch and the attention to detail is amazing. They're gonna have teak accents everywhere, which you guys will see, but this is a very comfortable forward seat, so you can see while you're running. We also are gonna have a little bit of storage underneath here as well. Nice little spot to put maybe your backpack for the day or anything along those lines. Now, one of my favorite features when you start to get into some of these bigger boats is a big old lounge seater. So first, let's hop up. Not only is it super comfortable, great spot to sit while you're running. You can fit 2 people very comfortably. You have armrest that fold up and down. You're gonna have a little bit of rod storage on the side. So it looks like you have 3 on the port, 3 more on the starboard. You also have cup holders here as well. Very, very comfortable spot. Very good use of the space, but probably my favorite part is what is underneath. You open up this big old lounge seating, 2 big gas shocks, and you have a giant insulated cooler here. This is gonna be awesome to load down with some ice. You're going on a long range trip, maybe it's a polar ridge or something along those lines. Fit all your snappers, fit all your fish in here for the day. I absolutely love these storage compartments on these center consoles. Now, one thing we are going to tease real quick, but we'll get to later in the video, as you will see, we are gonna have a little something special up top, which we'll check out in a bit. Now, on the port and starboard side of the boat, we're gonna have some in-floor storage, which we'll pop open for you guys. A nice big storage compartment. And you'll see there is actually a little extra access hatch, which we will pop open, which is going to give you access to your fuel tank. Now, on the port and starboard side, we are going to have some brush / gaff storage, or however you like to use it. It actually utilizes this really cool clip system. So instead of like your traditional style to hold your brushes that you see on pretty much every other boat, they have these unique little clips that snap into place. Kind of holds it a little bit sturdier so it's not bouncing around. In addition, we are going to have our saltwater wash down here, which is on a nice little bar, so that way your hose isn't sitting on the ground. Now on the port side of the boat, we are going to have our cabin, which we'll hop on in. Now keep in mind, guys, this is a cat, so you're gonna have two V hulls, so the middle section is gonna be really shallow. So you're definitely gonna lack in a cabin space, but let's see how they did here on this boat. All right, so you guys can take a look at the situation here. I'm on my knees currently. That is about how much room you get. I'm 5'10" when I'm standing, and you can see I can't hit my head, so they do have a toilet in here. You're gonna be crouching over a little bit if you're using it, but it is nice to have. Now we are gonna have a windshield sitting over here, which might seem a little strange, but we will get to that in a minute. Unfortunately, since this is blocking, I can't have access to our wiring to take a look, but you guys will have to take my word for it. Caymas builds some really, really nice boats, so you don't have to worry about them skipping out on wiring. Now on the wall towards the bow, we are going to have some compartments here. It looks like it's mostly going to be storage. Let's take a look here. Very nice. Very nice, get a little access there too as well. Now, not the easiest cabin to get in and out, but that is to be expected when you're buying a cat. Moving on to the helm station, my favorite part of any boat, and just look at this. This is just wow. This is absolutely beautiful. We're gonna have twin Garmin screens over here. They have to be at least 19-inch. Super nice. There's a lot to take in here. We're gonna have a switch panel here on the left side. We're gonna have a switch panel on the right side. Super nice. We're gonna have our Mercury joystick control. You have your Mercury display. Looks like you're gonna have a control here for your power pour move. This boat is equipped with a zip wake. It also has the motors are also on a jack plate, which if you don't know, a jack plate allows those motors to go up and down vertically. So it allows you to run in even skinnier water, which I did mention this is a hybrid cat. So that is something you might be interested in doing. You got a nice little glove box over here, but I mean, guys, attention to detail here. You get a nice teak finish where your binnacle is. This boat, I said in the beginning of the video, is just a pretty boat. There's a lot of eye candy on this boat, not a lot not to enjoy. We're gonna have a nice little helm pad over here with a 3-panel windshield. You might notice one panel is missing. That was in the cabin that you just saw. And we're gonna finish off our helm area with some super nice seating. I mean, look at the teak finishes, guys. There's nothing more beautiful than that on a boat. You have a nice brown upholstery that matches the boat perfectly, gives it a really classy look. We can fold down our armrest, fold down our bolster, hop up. You get 2 captain's chairs. Something that's super nice is you have an armrest for each, the driver and the passenger. Like I said, I can't say it enough, attention to detail. This boat really checks the boxes. Now underneath our captain's chairs over here, we're going to have, looks like some access. So we had 3 batteries towards the bow, which I thought were just the 2 starting in the house, but that is not going to be the case. Here's going to be your batteries for your engines or your house, and another battery charger. Looks like you're gonna have 4 batteries in total, so 2 house and 2 cranking. So we showed a little bit of a preview before, but this boat is equipped with a stand-through second station, which you guys know we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Something that's really cool for this second station is that you can't really go up there with this front windshield. So they actually made it removable, like I said, which was in the cabin. So it just comes in by a couple screws. Not exactly sure how it goes on and off, but it is removable. Let's go ahead and hop up and take a look. See, without that front windshield, actually that was super easy to hop up. I've been on a couple of these stand-throughs and sometimes they're not so easy to get up, but you get a very nice view of not only the boat, you get the show. You guys can take a look, take it in for a moment. This is the best spot to be in the whole show, in my opinion. We're gonna have a nice little seating option over here. Looks like this hatch is going to close for when you don't want to use your stand through. Most likely when you're up here using your stand through, you're not gonna be sitting too much. You're probably gonna be standing up and doing a little bit more sight fishing, but look at the layout of this, super nice. Got your steering, got your Garmin, you have VHF, you have your Mercury binnacle. Looks like we got a couple light bars up here as well. Since we're out here, might as well take a look. We got some Gemlux outriggers. You even get 3 more rod holders up here along with some cup holders. And overall, a super cool spot to be and a great option here on the 29 Caymas Cat. Now let's see how easy it is to get out of our second station. Like I said, without that front windshield, let me tell you, that is the move. That is very easy to get up and down. And honestly, you can do that in rough seas and feel very comfortable. One more thing about the captain's chairs. So you're gonna notice on the side of the leaning post, we have starboard seat forward and backwards, which means these can be electronically controlled. Each individual seat can move forward and backward. That's cool. Now we are going to have one in-floor hatch right back here. We will open it up. That thing flies open. Looks like you're going to have a little bit of storage in here.
Big fan of your videos, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I watch them every single time, man.
I appreciate it. Now on the port and starboard side of the boat, we are going to have identical hatches. Now we got to keep in mind the shape of the hull of the boat. So you have the two deep V's, which means you're going to have two axes for your bilge. Now you can see they did incorporate a little storage into each side, which is nice. Looks like you have a little 5-gallon bucket cutout. But we're going to go ahead and remove that out. I'll take this out with ease. And now we can take a look at the bilge of the boat. Looks super nice. Looks like they have a cardboard box stored back there. Kind of hard to see what's going on. Honestly, everything's pretty hidden, pretty well hidden, so you can't find it. But you guys can see a little bit of the bilge access here. Again, on the port and starboard side, we're gonna have identical hatches. So this is a unique upfolding one. Before we open it, it looks like you can get a little bit extra seating on here, which would be nice. We'll flip this open. Now you get a little storage compartment here on top, but we'll remove this out. And now is where you get the real access to the bilge. You can see a lot more now. Okay, let's take a look. Still got the cardboard box there, but now you can get an idea everything we're looking at with the rigging here on this Caymas. You guys can see a little better than I can, so let me know down in the comments below. What do we think? How does everything look here in the bilge access? Now one thing I do want to point out, because I've only seen it on one other boat here at the boat shows, this has an incorporated flushing system built into the boat, which is super nice. You just hook up your hose and it flushes the motor super easily. Now I did mention it looked like we can fit an extra seat over here, which I'm sure you can because they have a backrest incorporated. If I had to take a guess, knowing Caymas, there's probably more backrest for the other seats as well. Super comfy. I like how they kind of curved it to fit around your body. Easily can fit 2 people very comfortably here. Now underneath my butt here is going to be our live well on this boat, which can be a nice big live well, perfect for your inshore and offshore needs. Now equipped on this 29 Cat here, we are going to have 6 legs for our leg set. So we have the 4 traditional on the console. We have 2 more coming out to the leaning post. You can see on those extra legs, we have equipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rod holders. Super nice with a little cutout in the hardtop. While we're looking out there, you might see an extra little pretty Garmin screen. That is super cool. So when you're back here fishing, you don't have to look all the way up at those giant TV screens that are on the dash. You can just look over here to see the bottom, see if there's any fish around. Super convenient. And if you're buying a boat of this magnitude, you might as well add an extra screen. On the back of the leaning post, we're gonna have a nice little grab bar along with some rod holders. Looks like we're gonna have 4 rod holders and 3 cup holders on the back. We're gonna have a little flip out tackle center with some Plano box storage. You get drawers, everything you need to store some tackle on the boat. We're even going to have a slide out cutting board here. Super nice and convenient. Don't have to be cutting on top of any surfaces you don't want to. And lastly, we are going to have a frigid rigid cooler that is on a sliding track. Now on the port side of the boat, we are going to have a dive door over here, which is very convenient. Now I couldn't figure out how to slide out the cooler. That's because it's electronic. On the port side of the leaning post, you have a slide out button, extend, and then your cooler comes on out. I should have known. So this boat here equipped at the show is gonna have twin Mercury 300s. Max horsepower is gonna be 700, so you can go ahead and equip it with 350s if you want. We're also gonna have 2 power pull blades over here on the side, which is gonna help you anchor really easily in shallow water. Now, one thing you're gonna notice if we take a look towards the stern of the boat, you have tons of rod holders, guys. This is a fishing boat. It's a hybrid Cat. So you're gonna have 3 here on the starboard side, 3 more on the port, and you can just see tons of rod and cup holders all the way along the side of the gunnels. Now, the price of this boat, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been waiting for it. I'll go ahead and say you're not gonna get all this quality for a cheaper price. This boat is going to be starting at $375,000. This boat, nicely equipped, as they would say, is going to be $400,000. Guys, you are getting one of the top of the line Cats on the market here with the Caymas 29 Hybrid Cat. Definitely come check it out if you have a chance. It is an awesome boat. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit the like button. Definitely consider subscribing down below. I'm gonna go ahead and link another video I think you guys are really gonna like, another boat walkthrough video on the left side of the screen right over here. Make sure you guys go check out that video next. Until my next video, remember to keep living salty.